look at the video coming out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, showing blowing rain and storms as they moved through. Look at the wind just blowing that rain sideways. I hate you walk around in a day like this. Well, thank you so much for watching Weather Center Live. It's always a day when you don't have your umbrella. Even if you did have the umbrella, you wouldn't do anything.
Have you ever been out in a storm like this? No matter how much rain gear you have on,
you're wet.
That water is going to get inside.
It's getting in your socks. It's going to get in your shoes.
I don't care. It's
all of the underlayers. You're soaked.
But you don't want to be out, especially with the strong winds. You saw a flash of lightning as well. So some dangers here, but you're going to get soaked like that. There's no.
But if you're a real weather geek, you're standing into the wind like, oh, you know,
enjoying it.
Yeah, you're totally enjoying it. All right. We, of course, thank you so much for watching Weather Center Live. But we are still looking at more storms like that across parts of the plains.
Oh, we are. We're here to do our best to keep you safe and keep you ahead of the storms. And we have deputized Carl Parker for that task this afternoon. Carl, what are you looking at right now?
Well, you know, a lot of different things. There's a really large area of instability right now, which is to say there's a large area of warm and humid air across a lot of the country, and there's a cold front that is coming down through the plains and the Midwest. So along that boundary, we're getting storms. Well, to the south of that, we're getting storms. And there's also a little low that's moving up into the northeast, and ahead of that area of low pressure, we're also seeing storms developing. There's the low right there. Here's the huge area of instability that I talked about, and there's that front that's now slicing down through the middle of the country. So first of all, into the northeast, there is a severe thunderstorm watch in effect going until 7 p.m. parts of New York and New England, and we'll zoom on in and show you where the warning is right now. Still a warning here for the New York City metro area, and that is for Nassau, Queens, and Suffolk counties. The movement is east about 35 miles per hour. A lot of times when storms get into this position, they start to lose their intensity because the water temperatures are colder, especially earlier in the season, more towards the spring. But by the time you get into the summer, the water temperatures have warmed and they're able to maintain their intensity, and this one certainly is doing that. And as we look at the velocity data, right in there, we're seeing some really strong winds now coming into Manor Haven, co-located with some very heavy rain. That strong wind's going to be moving over towards Glen Cove before very long here, Route 107, as well as Great Neck, Flower Hill, and Old Westbury. In all those areas, expect to see some possibly 60-mile-per-hour wind as that surges forward. And we'll time this out and show you who it's going to be affecting and when, taking it to the east here through Oyster Bay and Plainview. Getting into Oyster Bay about 4:41, Huntington around 4:51, and Dix Hills at about 4:58. Looking for the possibility of some 60-mile-per-hour wind, maybe some hail, and a good bit of lightning and very heavy rain as well. Then off into the middle of the country, a couple of severe thunderstorm watches here, one in Oklahoma and Arkansas, the other one, which is newer in a lot of western Arkansas, going until 9 o'clock Central Time. We've been watching this great big complex of thunderstorms and warnings associated with that. One of those now in effect are Latimer and LaFleur and Pushmataha counties. Then you've got a warning ongoing in Fort Smith, but a new one to the east of that, Logan, Scott, and Yell counties. And we probably saw winds of 70 to 80 miles per hour in the Fort Smith area. What we were watching on the radar picture were just tremendous velocities, very strong wind, just blasting through Fort Smith, and we're still seeing that showing up here. That's going to be moving into Greenwood and into Branch and Boonville before very long. And another couple of warnings to tell you about very quickly. There's one just northwest of Birmingham, and another larger warning here, including Chattanooga and areas west of 75 in eastern Tennessee. Chris, over to you.
All right, we're going to take a look at the timing of storms for the southern plains, but I'm also keeping my eye here on this top of the rock camera. We're going to go back to that hopefully in a little bit. I want to show you that. In fact, let's do it right now. What do you say? Look at this, guys. Look at, you see the big cumulus clouds there off in the distance?
Beautiful.
How great is that? So this is, we told you it was going to clear up quickly.
Yes, exactly.
And we're starting to see that. It's even some blue sky on the top right. There's even some blue sky
see a lot of that
right up there. But look at the clouds.
And you know what you notice about, and I've seen this in the Midwest and the Northeast, the visibility is so much better than it is in the Southeast because there's not nearly the same level of moisture in the air. You can't see anything in the Southeast half the time.
But it's in fact, you know what? We're gonna, so right here, do you see that? Do you see this right here? That's the Statue of Liberty, and we also have a high definition camera, Earth Cam, that we can show you from the top of that. And if we can go to that, another really cool shot looking back at the city. Looking back, there it is.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
How about that? Look at the
Beautiful.
colors.
The view, the colors there coming in off the water.
Coming off in looking in different directions back at the city. In fact, you'll notice the buildings are starting to get light on them. So that sun, it looks like, is really starting to shine through. I would imagine when that sun starts hitting the pavement that was already very warm, it's going to get steamy.
Oh, it's going to be so humid. Just walking around in the city.
And I guess all those boats
time to hop in a cab.
All right, thanks, Kendall, for indulging us there. And we're going to go back now to our regularly scheduled plan, which was to time out the storms for you in the southern plains, because we are tracking a severe weather threat across the country. Of course, we're watching those storms move through New York, and we're watching those storms moving through Oklahoma as well. So here is this afternoon. Tulsa, the storms are going to be moving through now into Arkansas. Heads up, Little Rock, Fort Smith. You're going to be in it as well. And right along the Texas-Oklahoma border, storms. This is now the overnight hours for tonight, overnight tonight into the early morning period here. Storms are going to be with you this evening. Chance for some thunderstorms even after midnight in Fort Smith, Arkansas. We'll pick it up again, the future radar. This is a look at where the storms, according to this computer, are expected to be picking it up in the morning, going through time now. There's Fort Smith right there, and you're going to see the storms cruise through eventually into northern Louisiana. This is tomorrow afternoon now. Kansas, heads up. Those storms are going to be firing for you. And then let's watch Oklahoma. Here comes potentially another line, and that, if it plays out that way, potentially damaging winds associated with that big line of storms that'll roll through. Then here's Oklahoma City, your chance for storms tonight, tomorrow, and then again tomorrow night, including the overnight hours. And temperatures are also going to stay hot and steamy here, Jen.
They are, and they're only going to be going up. I know you're hoping to say, oh my God, we were hoping for cooler temperatures, but the reality is, as we go even into next week,